Hello, ladies and gentlemen of the world today. So, I never really got into something I wanted to talk to you guys about for a very long time, and that is horror films. Now, you know how much, I think I've mentioned this before, how much I love horror films, and I've also mentioned before how much horror films just haven't measured up for me in the past, 10 years, really. Not 10 years, I'd say more like 5. Because when I was, between the ages of 18 and, 20, 23-ish, they were alright. They made me jump and get scared. But these movies, sure, some of them will have been alright. Some of them have made me jump a little bit, but not like super jumpy like I used to be when I was 18 to 22 or 23 or whatever it was. But, I didn't really explain to you why I love horror films. And like I said, now I want to make this perfectly clear. I know these movies are not 100% true. Unless they say, like, right before the movie that they're, based on a true story. And that could be any movie. It could be a horror film. It could be, it could be a drama. It could be a comedy. It could be suspense, thriller. It could be, rom-com, even though I don't like watching rom-coms. It could be anything. But the reason I love horror films is because of one main reason. It's that scare factor, if you will. And for the first 5 years of being allowed to watch them, there was a little bit of a scare factor. But don't get me wrong, there are some great horror films that have come out between my 24th birthday and my 28th birthday. Or my 23rd birthday and my 28th birthday. Like The Visit, that was a great film. Anything done by M. Night Shyamalan are great horror films. But, and Saw, the very first Saw movie, the very first, 1 and 2 Saw movies were, had that jump factor. But 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 didn't have that. And, The Conjuring, the very first one, there was a little bit of a jump factor, but it wasn't the biggest jump factor. The second one had a little bit more jump factor. Annabelle, the first one, the sequel, or not the sequel, not the creation one that just came out this year, but the one before that, that was an okay movie, The Strangers, that was a great film, but it just didn't have that jump scare factor. That's how I base horror films, if they can make me jump. But, in the course of these last 5 years, nothing really has made me jump all that much. I'm not calling out Hollywood, I'm not saying they're doing poorly on the horror front, but it seems like they let the horror fanatics down. And I'm one of those guys that's a horror fanatic, if you will. And I know I'm only speaking for myself, but I think a majority of the horror fanatics will agree that there just hasn't been that scare factor there used to be. That jump factor, if you will. The ones where you have nightmares in it. And then remake of the Poltergeist movie wasn't that great. I'm gonna be honest with you, and hopefully the Stephen King novel will turn things around, or Jigsaw will turn things around. But right now, it's just the horror genre is flatlining to me, and it needs something to make it boost, give it that life again. And I don't know how to explain it to you all. There's like Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I just watched the 2006 version with Jordana Brewster. That one was an alright movie. It wasn't, and it gave me that big old jump scare factor. Like I don't know. I don't know if you guys agree with me or if you disagree with me, but that's just what it is. There's not scare factor anymore in these horror films. It seems like they're dying. They're becoming a dying breed. And I'm not saying that as a bad thing. I'm just saying I think that everyone deserves a reboot or a reawakening or get that heartbeat going again. It's just the horror genre hasn't done that for me for the past 5 years. And hopefully in 2017 we can get that, little glimmer of hope that, because we got 2 great movies hopefully coming out that are horror films this year left. We've got Jigsaw coming out. We've got It. There may be a 3rd one out there somewhere in the next 3 months. But just give me something, Hollywood. Give me something that gives me that jump scare factor that these last 5 years haven't really given me. That's all I want. I guarantee you no one's gonna watch this video from Hollywood. But if there was some way that this found a Hollywood director that directs horror films, please give me something that makes me jump scared, like they used to when I was 18 to 22. Please, I beg you guys. In Hollywood, there's gotta be something out there that'll make me jump like I used to when I was younger. Please. That's all I got for you guys today. You guys know the drill. Bye-bye.